So I have found an incredible mod on rFactor 2 which lets you drive the 1968 Formula 1 grid. There's a few tracks as well, some historic tracks that have been modded to look exactly like they was in the 1960s. Today we've got Monte Carlo. If this video goes well and you enjoy it and you want to see more, let me know. I will happily do more of this mod because it's so good. We're going to do some hot laps first at Monaco just so we can get the feel for the car and just to acclimatise ourselves with this mod, and then we'll go into a quick race to see how the AI drive and everything else from Formula 1 1968. So I've decided to drive Bruce McLaren's McLaren, and as you can hear just how beautiful the car sound in this mod, and also how, well, obviously old school because it's from 1968, but the onboard looks so much different. Got the old school mirrors to look back, the old school steering wheel, none of these buttons and screens to change stuff. As we head into turn 1 at Monte Carlo, you can see the difference between Monaco in 1966 is what this is the year this mod is from, and 2025. But you can already feel, I don't know if you can hear it, but the wheels vibrating massively. I actually haven't got force feedback on that high, and it's still so aggressive on the force feedback. The brakes are okay. The steering isn't too great. Loads of understeer. I don't know if that's just a setup thing or that actually is how the cars were. As we come under the bridge, and you can see here the tunnel's so much further back than what it is now. And you go for it almost flat. But the biggest thing is the chicane. It's very different. As you can see, we go through here, small tap of the brakes, and through we go, little drift out, and then we go up a little ramp. Near pause, we're actually going to slide wide and actually hit the wall. It's just, you lose traction coming up that little ramp. So already I made a mistake. Hopefully got no damage for it, but you can see, we have got damage, but you can see the difference from what Monaco was and what it is now. So aggressive, this car. It's quite mixed because it feels like you're getting loads of oversteer pretty much all the way through that, and in slow corners you're getting tons of understeer. You can surely hear the wheel going up the hill, quite heavy on the brakes, and there's the oversteer, which just, this car is so difficult to drive, but it's so much fun. It's actually baffling to think that there's actual people driving these cars around tracks like this. Like, look at where's the safety? There's barely any. It's mind-blowing that people did this. It's so hard to put the power down because you know that once you pick up the power as we have here, the car's just going to take you away. The chicane is probably the most fun, but it's so close, as we definitely lost it a bit there, but saved it. We're going to spin again, but you see what I mean from the chicane. It's how you're supposed to do that in a proper race in the 1960s, driving at what, 160 miles per hour. It's just unbelievable. And then you try and drive like they would, and you're just getting nowhere near, especially me. I mean, I'm not very good anyway, but it just shows how good the drivers back then were. Even when sort of last ever race, they still were skilled. It's so weird to have like a ramp going up in an F1 track. I don't know how to pronounce it. The final corner, Gassemente? I have no idea. I don't know how to pronounce anything. But you come out the final corner, heading into Sainte Devote. Just as quick as possible. Up Beau Rivage, and it's just, it's I don't really know how to explain it. It's like you're driving a bathtub that's going over 100 miles per hour on a track that's got no safety at all. Come to Mirabeau, we've got a curb on the outside into the hairpin, and also the cars are a bit smaller as well than what current cars are. So obviously Monaco back then would have been so much bigger for them, for what it is for drivers now. But it's still just, like, look at the pace coming down the hill. Try and not get some oversteer this time. Managed to do it. That was Chicane de Port, I think it was called. That's so tricky, that ramp. I don't even know. Is it a ramp? I don't even know. I think it's to back. That is such a weird corner to nail, and then we come back into the final hairpin. Right, if I can nail it, we're going to do a sound only lap, so you get the proper sound of the 1968 cars. So there's a lap around 1966 Monaco. What a track. Obviously when you have less safety in something, the tracks are more dangerous, but they're also a bit faster. And especially in cars like this, which I mentioned, it's just like a bathtub. It's just insane. And I'll probably have some people moaning, oh, I'm using Racing Line, I've got automatic gears on, whatever. I'm just driving for fun. I'm really not bothered. Because even with some assists, this is so fun. I wish there was I wish the F1 games would add stuff like this, because then I could use manual gears, because R-Factor 2 manual gears to me is a bit weird. But it's just so fun. It's actually pulled my wheel off my desk, the wheelbase, which is just ridiculous. And my force feedback isn't even on high. This chicane is still wild to me. I could just send it through such a small gap. And then this is where the pit lane is now, I believe. So we're actually racing on what the pit lane is now. So we're actually going to go faster this lap for 27.3, and I think all that's left is to do a race. So we're just going to do a quick 5-lap race around Monaco. And I don't know how many cars there was in 1968, but I've chosen 22, and we are going to start dead last. So no pressure. We are underway. Very slow start. I couldn't rev the car, which is a shame, but I've bolted off already. Really brakes. We're going to make a bit of contact into Sandoval. Oh, okay, that was weird. But I've got the AI on 90. Don't know if that's too fast. You can see some debris coming off some rear wings, and that's our wheel god. So I think we're going to have to restart that one. We're away this time. I was just trying to get the bottom left steady order, but I can't get that working for some reason. But if we go back into Sandoval, this time hopefully we can survive. Still so much oversteer. This car's unreal. Right, we know they get a bit congested up the top. I really need to work on my corner names. I forget them all the time. We go wide into the wall. Graham Hill leads. That's all I can really tell you. I don't really know where to overtake. These cars are so on edge all the time. I feel like I'm going to hit someone, so we try and go down inside of a... Oh, I don't know what that is. That's a Honda, I believe, in front of us now as we go around the outside at the hairpin. Oh, okay. Car park at the hairpin. Maybe less cars would work. Right, we should now be working. I've got the thing down on the bottom left. So we've actually got Surtees in front of us and our teammate. Should be okay now, only 13 cars. Hopefully it doesn't get as congested. Now, I normally do like my cars getting a bit rearwards into corners, so you get a little bit of oversteer. But this is just ridiculous, the amount of oversteer you get just on braking. Trying to get past Hume? Oh, I'm so sorry. I cannot pronounce anything. Some drivers I know from like early days of F1, but not all of them. My history isn't too great. That's pi. Hopefully there's no problems in a hairpin this time. Looks like there's not. Trying to get a good exit, but there's just nothing. Quite a lot of wheel spin. I forgot there was a slight little braking zone there, but now the chicane's a big problem. Are they all going to make it? There's a bit of contact going in, but they do all make it. Just a bit I'm worried about was drift wide and hit the wall and damage the suspension. We're going to have a look. A bit too far back. Might have to wait till Sandavot. But the fact you can see their engines outside the back of the cars as well is just such a weird thing to see, because normally they're so covered up and so, well, not undisclosed, but you know what I mean, where nobody likes to see them. As we finally make a move, this time in Sandavot. Oh, it's just ridiculous the amount of power that you get in these cars. Just drifted it in there. It's just ridiculous. Even though it's just a video game, it makes you respect every single driver that stepped in one of these. When F1 was at its earliest, no safety, rules were still the rules still weren't certain. People died at least once a year, I think. Yeah, they still managed to strap themselves into these tubs and put their life on the line just to go racing. So we can have a look into the final corner. Trying to hit Jackie Stewart. But we've made contact with our teammate and he just keeps turning into us. So, hello, do you want to like, let us... Why is he still turning? Mate, what are you doing? I don't... What? Oh, we're going to have to restart again. I don't know why Hume turned in on us though. Well, he didn't turn in, he just kept turning when we got stuck. We'll start again, but that's expected. I'd like to at least complete 3 laps without anything happening. It's also weird to not have the curbs on the inside and everything, like just something so simple like racing curbs. It's so weird to not have them as they get all over the path on the outside. Is there a gap to try and launch yourselves in? Back down Rodriguez's Surtees. Some contact with Surtees, but it's fine. Right outside a hairpin, why not? That's why not, because it doesn't work. Oh, but there's a gap opening up. Through we go. And another one. I'm going to put the foot down as quick as possible. And get away. Little lift in the tunnel. To come to the dreaded chicane. Oh, just missed the outside wall. These might send it here, so we're going to brake a little bit later. Stay on the outside though, trying to get a good exit from the corner. And as we say, that's a couple spin and there's a full course yellow AK safety car. You're supposed to just drive through, guys. It's weird to have a full course yellow in the 1960s, but I don't even think they did. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they did have safety cars. There was barely any safety anyway. I think our car's a little bit broken, the steering feels a bit off. That's fine, we'll just carry on. Now I believe we're still at full racing pace until we get back to the start line. That's how R-Factor normally does stuff, so we're going to overtake people. I think steering is a little bent, but it's fine, we can continue. Back then inside of Elford, who I think was one of the ones that spun in front of us. Imagine you're just living in Monaco as we make contact with Rodriguez. Imagine you're just living in Monaco in 1960s, and then one afternoon these things come roaring past your front door. There's no walls in between you. Oh my god. And we've ended up in the water. Now you can correct me if I am wrong. Don't think that's supposed to happen. But don't get me wrong. It has happened. Oh my god. It has happened before. I don't think someone hit the chicane like that and went flying. But someone has ended up in the water, which is not good. Jesus Christ. Now, if you're a steward and you're standing at this corner and you're watching the cars go past, you know, enjoying your Sunday afternoon, and then you turn left and there's a car doing that. Wow. Take a look at the onboard though. Unbelievable. So I think that will do it for this video. Sorry we didn't get a full race in. But wow, these cars are amazing. Really hope you enjoyed this video because I had so much fun making this. And I might make some more. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Thank you for 600 subs. We're getting closer to 1,000. And I'll see you in the next one.